Hey there, Addison Smith here with Everything Church Pro, and welcome to episode number 2 of Hokmah and Coffee. And maybe you're here and you're thinking, what in the world is Hokmah? Hokmah is simply the Hebrew word for wisdom. And it's our goal on this show is every day to give a little nugget of wisdom as we sit together and have our morning coffee, and just give us something that we can use that day to live a wise life. And today, since it's December 2nd, we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 2, and I selected verses 1 through 5 as our verses for today. And it says this: My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. I mean, that's what we are all looking for, right? The knowledge of God. We wish that we could have God's Hokmah, God's wisdom. The Bible says it's priced far above rubies. And he says if you want that, you're going to have to seek for it. There was a story of a proud young man who came to Socrates one day, and he wanted knowledge. And he came up to Socrates and he said, "Oh, great Socrates, I come to you for wisdom." And so Socrates said, the story says that he recognized a pompous numbskull when he saw one. And so he takes this young man down to the river, and they walked out until they're waist deep in the ocean. And they're looking at each other, and he says, "Hey, young man, what was it that you came to me for?" And he says, "Knowledge, O wise Socrates." And Socrates put his strong hands on that young man's shoulders and thrust him under the water and held him there for like 30 seconds. And he let him up. And he says, "Now, what is it that you want?" And he says, "Wisdom, O wise Socrates." And he throws him under again for 30, 45 seconds. And he says, he lets him up again, and he's beginning to gasp for air. And he says, "What is it that you want?" And he says, "Wisdom, oh great." And he throws him under again before he can even finish his sentence. And 45, 50 seconds go by, and he finally lets him up again. And when he gets up, he says, "What do you want?" And he says, "Air. I want air." And Socrates looked at this young man and says, "When you want knowledge, as you have just wanted air, then you will have knowledge." And that is what Solomon is trying to get to his son right here. He says, "Son, I hope that you incline your ear to what I have to say, unto wisdom, and apply your heart to understanding." He says, "Yea, if thou criest after knowledge." Like this young man was crying for air. He says, if you cry after knowledge, and if you lift up your voice for understanding, he says this, if you seek her as silver, and search for her like you searching for a hidden treasure, he says, then you'll find it. And I guess that's what our heart needs to be for wisdom. You know, there's so many people who say they want wisdom, but here's the deal. Wisdom must be sought. We must on purpose look for wisdom. And so today's Hokmah principle is this: look for wisdom everywhere you go. Search for it. Cry after it, because that is the only way wisdom will be found. Now, if you enjoyed this, make sure you join the Everything Church Pro family by subscribing below. It's just right down there, that red button. And if you have any questions or prayer requests, or you just want to stay in contact, make sure you fill out the connection card. And if you fill out the physical address, I'll send you a postcard in the mail, okay? So, that's everything for today. I pray that today you live with Hokmah. See you tomorrow.